babes, what's going on? It's your girl, That Witch Dani. I know it's kind of late for a live, but I have literally been getting the crap kicked out of me by Mercury retrograde, and I'm just trying to survive right now over here. And I promised y'all I would do one, so I wanted to do one no matter what. And one thing led to another, right? And I just couldn't get on here until now. So I'm sorry that it's late, but I'm here, and we'll do a little December month check-in for the collective and a couple of other little things I wanted to talk to you guys about too. Hi, Mom. So if there are any late night babes, welcome. And if not, I will post this and you'll see it when you see it. My dog's been going crazy all day. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's just, I don't know, fired up and acting weird. I don't know if it's a Mercury retrograde thing. I don't know what's going on, but I think she's calmed down enough now that we can finally do this live. I hope everybody else has been having an easier time with these transits. There's a lot going on astrologically right now and in throughout the whole month of December. Let's see, do I have my thing with me? I do. I know we did a whole video about it, but in case you missed any of it. So Mercury retrograde will end on the 15th, but don't forget we'll have that shadow period, which lasts another 2 weeks afterwards. So really till the new year, we'll have the Mercury retrograde energy with us. So good times. But we've also got, with this new moon, it came with a lot of opposition. The sun and the moon were both in Sagittarius, but there was a squared Pisces, which is in Saturn and retro, and an opposition to Jupiter, which is retro right now in Gemini. There's a lot of retrograding planets, and it just causes a lot of kind of irritation energy. There's also a trine going on with Mars and Leo and the North Node Aries, which is really fiery. That's a lot of fire. Mars is the volatile war planet. And then in Leo and Aries, fire signs. So there's just a lot of energy going on out there. And then we've also got coming up on, I want to say it's the 6th, Mars is going to retrograde in Leo. So we're going to have a bajillion planets in retrograde all at one time. The good news is, though, pretty soon, I can't remember the date off the top of my head, and I thought I had written it down here, but maybe I didn't. Neptune, which has been retrograde for a good long while now. Saoirse, can we chill? Do you guys hear my dog tap dancing around? She can't help it. Hi, Carl Lewis from Australia. How you doing? Hi, Weston. How you doing? So I can't remember what date it is, but Neptune, which has been retrograde forever, when it's retrograde, it causes a lot of fogginess and confusion. A lot of people have been saying that to me when they come in for readings. They're I just feel lost. I have no idea which way to go. I don't know what I'm doing. They feel disconnected from spirit and their own intuition and stuff in a way. It's normal right now. It's because of that retrograde. It is going to come out of retrograde in early December. I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but I want to say it's the 7th or something. That will help us a lot. A lot of that fogginess will lift, and we'll have a better idea of where we're going and want to go and where we're heading and want to head and what we want to manifest and all those kinds of things. Because it's been really icky weird. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find the page. I know I had all the dates written down somewhere, but anyway, I did a video about it, and there's a post too with all the dates listed for when the transits happen. But when I channel, my memory is completely trash, so I can never remember dates of anything, especially specifically. But anyway, so I wanted to, howdy, how you doing? Pennsylvania, you're right by me. I live right on the border of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So I wanted to quickly too, before we get into the reading, talk to you guys a little bit about just as I was saying, the energies right now are kind of rough. I'm going through it. Mercury retrograde always has a field day with me for some reason, but especially around the holidays. I don't know what it is with me in the holidays. I always have really bad luck around it. I don't love them. It's the minute holiday season starts to approach, I kind of get anxiety. Oh, here we go. It's just always kind of been a little bit of a shit show for me. But it's deeper than that, I think, right now. What kind of tea is it? It's peppermint. Thank you, Dragon Ball Z. Appreciate you. I think it's bigger than that. I think everybody kind of has this feeling of in a way, it almost feels like hopelessness. And I don't, want anyone to feel that way. There's no reason to, apart from the fact that there is just difficult energy right now. Like life is not super easy. Like the cost of living has gone insane, and things have just been kind of tumultuous for a while. And transformation isn't easy, right? No one ever said, being the people who got to be alive on planet Earth when it went through a huge transformation like it did a couple of 100 years ago, was going to be easy and fun. But hi Elijah, how you doing? Um, it's all as it should be, if that helps in any way. Sometimes people feel a little bit better when they have knowledge, right? Um, it's not the end of the world. It's not like apocalypse time, right? The world is not ending, um, but it sort of is, because the way that we've always known it to be, the world we've always existed in that regard, it is going to end, right? And something new is going to replace it. So we're just going to have to roll through a transition period, because we're the lucky ones who rolled the dice and got to be born on the earth when this was happening. But that was all for a purpose too. Remember that. Like, if you're on the earth right now, you must have been the one your ancestors chose to be here, because you were the strongest, the most powerful, the most experienced, the most whatever, because otherwise nobody here on the planet right now is really here by accident, right? We're all the people and the pieces and the parts that needed to be here to help this transition happen, right? So you're important, you know? I do readings, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do one in a second. Thank you, Hawaii. But remember that and try to use that as fuel in a way, right? That like you're the strong one, you're the one your ancestors chose. And you also chose to come here at this time, right? Like we don't just get like flung down into earth like a free for all, right? We map out our entire lives and everything that we want to happen in our lives before we ever come down here. So any terrible, awful things that you've gone through in life, losses or traumas of any kind, I mean, everybody goes through that. They were all decided by your higher self, your soul self, because those were the things you needed to experience to complete your sort of checklist of earth life things, right? The whole reason we do this is to learn. Earth is a school. We come here to learn. And we have this big old checklist of things like, have I experienced death and, of someone super close to me at a young age? Have I experienced a trauma? Have I experienced being male, being female, a mother, not a mother, a father, whatever it is? You have all of these things you have to experience for your soul to develop and continue to grow on the other side where it actually really matters, right? So we chose to come here now, or we're chosen to come here now in my case, and not just mine, plenty of other people, because we were strong, we were experienced, we're old souls or ancient souls, and we're important and we can handle it. So I hope that it gives you some power and fuel for you to know that. And it's true. I'm not just like, don't smoke up your ass, but it will one day be amazing, and we'll find a way to be, we'll find that the day will come where we will be super grateful that we were here and we did experience this, and we'll understand the gravity of just how big of a deal that is. That day's gonna come, promise. Yeah, really real, I promise. Yeah, yeah, pizza places, yeah. Um, how do I know this? I know it for one because I channel through my higher self, meaning my soul self, the you that's you through every lifetime. And also because I, when I was going through my dark night of the soul, which is a period that usually happens to people during a spiritual awakening, I laid on the floor for 10 weeks. I was like catatonic, essentially. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't talk to anybody. Could barely take care of myself and my house and my kids. And um, I just basically laid on the floor. I don't know why I had to be on the floor. The only thing I could think of was I needed to be closer to the earth, like grounding energy. But I was in a major trauma state. Like I was not okay. Not okay. And the worst night of my like 10-week long thing, ordeal, I'm like, I've been psychic my whole life. I've always been a medium. I was born this way. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I've worked with archangels and stuff before in universal healing energy. Like, if all of this is real, and I just lost my grandmother that I was very close to, and my husband had passed a couple years before, someone help me. I need someone to help me. I'm not okay. I'm not going to make it. And I was screaming at the walls and hysterically crying and screaming, begging for someone to come help me. And they did. An angel showed up. Well, not just one, a few, but one in particular that kind of stuck out and was the one that like calmed me down, you know? And I felt them sort of support my weight. Not that they were carrying me. I mean, I wasn't like floating across the room. You know, I was on my legs, but it's like, you know how like when you like hurt yourself, you strain your leg or something and they'll like support under your arms and like help carry you. Like it felt like that. And they put me in my bed. And I just remember looking up at one of them and I was still like trying to calm down from the huge outburst I just had, tears like all over me. And I said, "Are you here to heal me?" And the angel went like this and put his finger right here, my third eye, and I went out. And I woke up 4 hours later and I started to feel different. After that, I wasn't fine by any stretch of the imagination, but I also wasn't spiraling any lower like I had been for weeks before that. And after that, I had this journal book since the beginning of it that I had been writing down everything every day. And I know I have some OGs on here that were with me every step of the way through this, so they can comment and you know, give a little credibility here. But these aren't things that only I saw. These are things that were backed up by my OG babes. I call them my students, who you know, were a part of this whole journey and saw a lot of these things happen, like not to me, but for me. And angels coming through and giving messages, and then different things, star family, ancestors, all kinds of stuff. So now I have the ability to talk to beings of all kinds, different dimensionals, beings, all the things, and access universal knowledge and Akashic records. And my gifts have changed a whole lot since that day. I also got attuned to Archangel energy, so I can use it for energetic healing, and I can channel them to do readings with me. And you can always tell that they're in the room with me because I start to shake and I get a like this crazy thing happens to my lips, like you're outside shivering in the snow. But it's like I'm fine. You know, nothing's wrong with me. It's just their vibration is so high because they're from like 11 and 12D consciousness, right, in Earth's 3D, that it overwhelms my little 3D body. So I just start shaking everywhere from the energy. But lots of people have seen it, and I do have other people that could back it up. And you should definitely look into some of my older videos if you want to know more about it. Yeah, thanks. I hear you, Oris. Yeah, I appreciate you. I've gotten, honestly, I'm so numb to it now, I think, because I've just had so many crazies on my lives that I don't even see them. I don't even pay attention anymore. Spiritually intertwined. There. Well, yeah, Elijah, most likely. Yeah, especially like children in general. Children in general are usually pretty open, you know, like we kind of come here with some ability to be that way, but it gets sort of, you know, it only takes someone of authority, like a parent or something, saying to you so many times, like, it's just your imagination, it's just your imagination, and you're a kid, right? So you just start to believe it's just my imagination. So what eventually happens is, you know, if you don't trust and believe in your intuition, it starts to fade. Your abilities will literally start to fade. Sorry, I just have to dim that light a little bit. It's like I can't even see. It's so bright in my face. So people tend to lose it. You know, in my family, it wasn't unusual to have abilities like this. So it wasn't, you know, discouraged or anything like that. And I didn't always talk about it either. Like I didn't make a big deal about it till I was older. But we had a spirit in the house I grew up in. I grew up in a super old house. My mom's actually on this live and could tell you. But he was like a young boy that wasn't, you know, that far apart in age from my brother and I. So he thought he was playing with us, and like he didn't mean to scare us, but he scared the holy hell out of us every night. Like, you know, he would chase us up the stairs and stuff like that. Like we were freaked out all the time. But yeah, you most likely, yeah, you do have those abilities, you know. A dead body grabbed your wrist when you were a child. What do you mean a dead, like a real one? Why is this only happening? This has definitely not only happened to me, not even almost. I am like one of the ancients and there aren't a whole ton of us around, but there's like 144,000 on the earth right now that are helping, healing all kinds of things and helping you every day and you don't even know it. But like I said, you know, I was born a medium. Yeah, I used to work with the dead mostly, or really only. But after my like second awakening or my big dark night of the soul moment in October of 2022, spirit keeps them away from me. It's like I can see them, but they're kind of veiled, like seeing them through like a shower curtain or like a frosted shower door or something. Like I see them, but I can't really get to their energy. And there's like this wall of angels that stands between me and them and keeps them from me, because my job's with the living now, not the dead anymore. So it sucks because I want to help them, and sometimes I feel really bad, but I understand why I was removed from that energy, because it's really hard to keep your vibration at a certain level when you're working with dead energy all the time. And doing it for too many years just isn't great, because the more time you spend around death, the more death is on you. That's great, Sky Full of Stars. That was really poignant about your wallet. Yeah, when I was in the Philippines. Oh, well, yeah, the Philippines actually has like a huge haunted history. You should look into it. I've worked on lots of paranormal investigations, yes. And now I do missing persons cases too. Yeah. Went to the room with curtains inside, was a dead body of a woman. She grabbed my hand when I was there alone. Wow, that's pretty profound. That's a big one. I don't think I've ever had a corpse do that to me. Usually, like, a cemetery is, like, the deadest place. But I don't normally see spirits at a cemetery or anything like that. The thing that makes me sick about being in funeral homes, because they're really overwhelming for me, I don't do well, I can't stay in there long. But it's not because of the dead, it's honestly because of the living. It's everybody's energy and how sad they are, and like the grief is in the walls, and that heaviness just, oh, I don't like it. And it draws really negative energies that feed on that kind of stuff. So the hauntings that do happen in funeral homes are not because the people whose like funerals were held there. It's the dark energies that come in from all the grief and sadness and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Paranormal, supernatural, death, really intriguing. Yeah. Me too. Me too. Yeah. You know, it's death is the one guarantee we have, right? Like, the one guarantee you have in life is you will die. We will all die. You know, no one's ever lived forever. Your soul will live on, right? But your 3D persona, your 3D body, your earthly body will die. It will. So it's something that everybody kind of has to face, but nobody ever really wants to look at. Personally, I'm not at all afraid of death. I've actually died a couple of times and came back. That's a different story. And you know, I've seen death up close. I've been in the room when people passed away a few times, and like I said, I've lost my best friend, my husband, my grandmother that I was super close to, my grandfather that I was very close to. I've lost a lot of people in my life, young. So I've been around it a lot, and it doesn't scare me. You know, it doesn't. And worrying about it doesn't do any good, because you can't change your death day. Your death day's set in stone. It was before you were born. So no sense worrying about it. And your soul will live on anyway. All right. Anybody else have any questions or anything they want to talk about paranormal stuff, supernatural stuff, spiritual things, the angels and star family that come visit me in my room, and ancestors? Or you guys want to get into the reading? You were close to your grandmother. Oh, you were only 3. Oh, I'm sorry. I was very fortunate. My grandmother lived until I was like 40. She died on 11/1/111/2022 also, which is a double 11, the 2 sacred numbers in numerology. It's wild. I'm actually wearing her wedding ring right now. She loved the holidays, and around the holidays, I always feel like I need to put it on, like she wants me to. So even though it's really tiny on my finger, because she was a size 5 ring, she was so little, she was like 4'9", I squeeze it on my big fat finger and I wear it for her, because it's also super pretty. It's like all antique-y. Don't mind the paint stains all over my fingers. I've been working on my house and my furniture. But on the fence about ghosts, really? Wow, that's cray. I agree with that. When we face our demons, yeah, when you do shadow work and you're not afraid to go to the places nobody else wants to go, the underworld or the shadow side or the lower world, it's called in shamanism. When you're not afraid to face that, that is when your life takes off. That's when your light gets brighter. You get more connected to spirit and source and like the good, positive light energies in the universe. It's true. It's very true. We have to do our shadow work. If we want to progress, you know, I mean, not everybody does, but I do, you know, I definitely want to progress, and I definitely don't want to have to come back to Earth again. So we need to get this ascension thing right this time around. so that I don't have to have another life here. I was done. I didn't have to come back. I was asked to because I'd done this work before. All right. So overcoming fear is a big one too. Totally. Yeah. Getting out of your comfort zone, overcoming fear are the only ways to really grow, right? Like being comfortable or not changing or being afraid of change is the death of progress without question and growth. It just is. Yeah. You definitely have to face fears, overcome them, and push yourself out of your comfort zone. For sure. For sure. All right. You guys want to do a little reading? See what December is going to bring in for you? Okay, so why are you here? Like, it seems so silly to me that if something's not your jam or you don't believe someone, that you waste your energy giving them views and more energy. I think that's really strange. I'm very protective of my energy. I don't let anything or anybody steal my peace. I also know exactly who and what I am. And so do many of the people around me. And, you know, so it doesn't have an effect on me. Like, you ain't gonna dim my light. But I just wonder why you'd want to give energy to something that you think is like bullshit or you don't believe in. I find that so interesting. Went to the river alone in the dark, witnessed the ghost of a killer mom that oh God. What are some famous mediums that you feel are real or not? To be honest, I don't know that it's my place to comment on that one way or the other. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm probably not going to comment on that, you know? Yeah, I agree with that, Orist. I do. You know, it's whenever somebody is super judgmental of other people, it's because they're super judgmental of themselves and insecure, you know? There's enough abundance for all of us, right? We can all have it. We can all have bright light. We can all have all the things. So there's no reason to not, you know, just be happy for everybody. Like, I'm a big collaboration girl. I collaborate with people all the time because I love that. And I, you know, we're one collective consciousness. So I want to work with everybody. Like, let's go. Let's help each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hurt people, hurt people. All right, y'all. So this is astrology dice, well, witches dice, actually. We're going to see what it says. All right, we've got House 11, which has been coming up a lot for me. Let's see what else. We have Mercury, and we have Aries. Is anybody here an Aries sun, moon, or rising? Anybody, anybody? Let me know. Anybody got any major Aries placement in their chart? And if anyone does know their birth chart or have it, see what's in your 11th house, okay? See what's in your house 11. Oh, give me 1 second. I gotta charge this phone or it's going to die on us, y'all. I thought I already had it plugged in, but I guess not. Probably because my dog's been driving me bonkers. Okay. Yes, you, Saoirse. Okay. I had to kick my way through my Christmas tree in order to get back here. That's why you heard rustling. Okay, babes. So if anybody does have those placements, let me know. If you do know your chart, see what you have, see where your Mercury's at, see where your 11th house is, where your Aries placements are, because there may be a message in that for you. All right. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate you. Okay. Oh my God, I love that. Is that what just happened? I was wondering. I was like, oh, maybe they're like friends. I love that. That's super cool. All right, my darlings. Best and highest messages for my collective. Oh, so I should say my normal spiel. First of all, remember this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Never try to force something to fit. There's a lot of different energies that will come through in a general reading, so some of the messages just may not be part of your story. Sometimes multiple storylines come through, but take what resonates, leave the rest. If you would like a reading on your specific energy and situation, the way to do that with me is in the description box. And this is a true thank you from the bottom of my heart, gratitude reading to you guys, because we crossed the 500 mark in a very short period of time, and I was blown away by that, and I am incredibly grateful for it. And I just kind of wanted to celebrate you guys and do a little live or a Q&A. That's right, Aries moon. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's awesome, Truth Wave. I'll have to check you out and follow that. I will definitely do that. Checking Nebula now. That's what I use too. I love that. Hi, Brooke. This lady, you think she's crazy with me? What? I don't think anybody's crazy. I didn't understand that one. Sorry. All right. So these are your astrology cards. We're going to start there, just get a kind of idea of what December energy is going to be like for you guys, okay? So you have a couple more houses coming out here if you want to remember these, okay? House 5, which is ruled by Leo, and it's the house of like passion and creativity, but also like play and confidence. House 3 is here as well, which is Gemini's house, right? Yeah. Early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. So check your house 3, check your house 5. That's right, you're a triple Virgo, I remember. Hi, Nathaniel, how you doing? Yeah, Nebula's a pretty good app. Yeah. Elijah, no wonder that we were vibing because Geminis are magnetically obsessed with me and I'm obsessed with Geminis. Scorpio and Pisces are both here, both water signs, and so is the water element itself. So that definitely says something to me too. Your moon is Aries. I have to tell you guys, I think a moon in Aries is one of the strongest astrological placements you can have on the planet. I feel like when you have a moon in Aries, it almost wipes out the whole rest of your chart. Like you're just a moon in Aries. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just a very powerful placement and that energy kind of takes over everything else. So Scorpio energy, right? Intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. I call Scorpios the Wednesday Adams of the Zodiac in a loving way, not in a bad way. And Pisces is here, which is the intuitive, dreamy sign, right, of the Zodiac. Oh, you're triple water. Man, that's tough. Virgo, Libra, cusp. Okay, that's not so bad. Yeah. So Pisces is intimacy, intuition, and compassion. But Spirit is particularly pointing out intuition on that card to me. And renewing is what I heard the strongest on the Scorpio one. And then you've got the water element here, right? Our water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And it says spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. And then we have air, the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And it says open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Open-mindedness is the word that stood out the most for me on that one. Oh, really? That's terrible. Well, just Google Cafe Astrology Birth Chart, and the calculator will come up, and it'll give you your big old documented chart for you. And fire's here. So you have water, air, and fire. The only element that didn't come out is earth, which I think is super interesting. So we're going to have to dive into that and find out why. The fire signs, of course, are Aries, Leo, Sag, and it says confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. So we had the Leo house come out and fire sign. We have Scorpio, Pisces, and the water element. We've got the air element and house 3, which is ruled by an air sign being Gemini. So I don't know where this is going, y'all, but we're going to find out. So far, I think it's pretty interesting. Anything else we missed? Saturn, house 12, Pisces came out that time. Saturn is actually in Pisces right now. It's been retrograde in Pisces for quite a long time. April, sun, moon, and rising. I mean Virgo, not April. Sorry, I was reading the text below that said April 2nd at the same time. My son was born on April 1st. But yeah, Saturn is in Pisces right now and it's retrograde. It's about to go direct soon. So that's kind of interesting that that came out like that. And the 12th house, of course, is your house of spirituality, spiritual growth, development, all the things. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm a Leo, sun, Capricorn, moon, and the moon is in Capricorn tonight. And I'm a Libra rising, Virgo, Venus. I'm actually a Libra, a lot of things. I'm a Libra rising, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto. Got a lot of Libra in me. All right, babes. Let's keep building on this reading. Find out why all of this water came through, and they came through in like such an interesting way. Best and highest messages for this collective, please, Spirit. for December. What's December going to look like? What kind of energy is it bringing in? You guys hear my dog snoring? It's so cute. Yes, I believe in God in a way. I call it source. But yeah, I believe in one thing that created everything. If that's what you mean. Let me get the one that fell on the floor. Look at that. It's Moon in Virgo. That's too funny. Pisces, Cancer, Pisces. Wow, so watery. So the Moon in Virgo card says issues surrounding health and exercise may come to the forefront. Focus on your physical well-being. The message I just got from Spirit while I was reading that was more about like just taking care of your 3D body, right? Like how important that is, you know, like sometimes, especially those of us on a spiritual path, or if you are like going through a spiritual awakening, you're so focused on your spiritual health and energy that you do kind of, you know, forget about how important it is to really take care of your 3D body, because your spiritual self, your soul can't do what it came here to do if it doesn't have the vessel to do it in, right? Hi, Crystal. All right, let's see what else. I'm being pulled to 50 million different cards at one time. I feel like this is going to be a really big reading, but that's okay. We're here for it, right? Late night babes. Walking absolute. To call in spirits, angels, guides, ancestors. Bring us the best and highest messages for this collective. What do they need to know for December? How can they best harness the energy? What can they expect in the month ahead? I just saw the moon at the bottom of the deck. Again, water vibes. In tarot, the moon is Pisces energy, but in astrology, the moon in Cancer, right? Because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Leo is ruled by the sun. Best and highest messages for this collective, please, Spirit. What do they need to know at this time? What's December going to bring to them? Start with current energy. Current energy, please. Did everybody do their new moon in Sagittarius intention setting last night? Your favorite card. Thank you. I'm sending love and light to you, Crystal. We got Ace of Swords, knowledge. We already had a couple of messages coming out about learning, right? Okay, so knowledge we're meant to get this month. Show me current energy for this collective month of December. This is how all my readings today have been. Like, it takes a year to get the cards out. I wonder if it's just this deck. King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, by the way, y'all. Another water sign vibe. That's Pisces energy. I can't. All right. We've got a 7 of Pentacles. We've got an Ace of Swords. We have a 5 of Swords. All right. Somebody, well, not somebody. This is a collective reading. Probably all of us have been spending a lot of time in our head. Maybe even overthinking. Hello, Leanne. Maybe overthinking, maybe overanalyzing, maybe even just getting those repeated thoughts that torture us, keeps up all night, especially if you're an air sign or an air sign rising like me. Yes, you're right, Crystal. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and we also have a 6 planet alignment coming up. Yeah, I saw Sun Leo, Moon something, but I'm a Sun Leo also. My moon's in Capricorn, and tonight is a Capricorn moon. So yeah, getting this vibe of really being in the head, overthinking things, overanalyzing things. And I think maybe that we've been spending so much time in our thought pattern and process and in the head instead of like in the heart, or equally in the head and heart. is because we've been feeling this fogginess. It's been caused by like this Neptune retrograde and some other things that are going on. But really, you're a morning person up at night. I haven't slept at night in years, but good evening. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have a little bit of Christmassy sort of stuff in. I mean, at least the way I Christmas. You all know my tree is black, right? It's black. Maybe it's not picking up well on camera, but my husband passed away on Christmas. It's not my favorite day. Anyway, Ace of Swords brings new information. This Ace of Swords has a key. He's going to unlock, right, the door that we have felt is closed and clear this fogginess up for us. See this like shadow in the back, you know? It's like you've been looking with one eye at something super shadowed, lost in your head. And how are you supposed to see in an environment like that? You know what I mean? But here, this is within, right? Like you've gone all the way down, you've got the chess piece, and you've got the key to open up the door, right? And then we have a Seven of Pentacles, very earthy energy, right? Pentacles represent the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Seven of Pentacles in particular is a card of patience, but it's also a card of like reaping what you've sown, right? You've planted seeds that should produce what it is you want your life to look like down the line. And you've taken care of them. You're watering them every day. You're making sure they have enough sunlight, all the things. Sun, Leo, Moon, Pisces, gotcha. Now, you know, you're coming into a new energy where you can now reap the seeds you've sown, right? Just kind of an abundance message, or you're finally heading to where you've wanted to be for a while now, getting closer to that energy anyway. I forgot I brought this in here with me. So this is the Mystic Mondays deck. I used to always do Mystic Monday readings, and they were so much fun. I really want to get back to doing that. So I thought with it being a Monday, I would grab the Mystic Monday deck. It's just a super fun deck. It's a little bit different and a little bit naughty like my readings usually are. Sorry, Mom. I never grew up. I'm like a 12-year-old boy with a potty mouth in a 40-year-old woman's body. Best and highest messages for this collective, please. Give us some more information about this current energy and tell us what's coming towards them in the month of December. What do we need to know? From Kansas. I've been there. That used to be my territory when I had my corporate job. Part of my territory. I went everywhere from the Midwest to California. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shane. Hello, Sister Queen. How are you, my love? All right, tell me about this Five of Swords. Why is that here for the collective? The Hierophant. You are definitely awakening. This is spiritual gifts and spiritual growth going on for you right now. Yeah. Potty mouth words. A German Scot. Wow, that's fiery. All right. Ace of Swords clarified by a Ten of Swords and a Four of Cups. All right. You're learning something new that causes you to finally be like, hi, LEV. I was just in NYC last night. Canada. Awesome. So this Ace of Swords is bringing in information that makes you finally go, I'm done. I'm done. A Ten of Swords is an absolute ending. There's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this. It's like, I've been stabbed in the back 10 times. I'm lying down. I'm dead. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm never going back to that situation, that person, that energy ever again. You're moving on from that. Moving on. And Four of Cups, although in this deck it is a little bit different, kind of has a better vibe in this deck. But normally the Four of Cups is a card of like, no thanks. Like someone, like the universe is giving you a cup, which usually represents like love, a loving offer of some kind. And you're like, yeah, no, I had one once and it sucked. I don't want that. And then we sit back and we're like, I just want a relationship and find my soulmate. Why doesn't anyone love me? Because we don't realize that we're being all like, yeah, no, take that cup and go scratch. I don't want it, right? But something's coming. You're learning something new, seeing something differently for the first time, getting some new information that makes you finally go, I am done. I'm walking away from this and I'm never coming back to it again. Okay? What's this Seven of Pentacles? Then you start to grow your new life. You're already doing that. This is your current energy, you guys. I get the feeling you're kind of midway through this cycle. I do. Former corporate tool as well. Yeah. I was in the healing business for a long time. I ran spas and I was a massage therapist and a Reiki master. I'm still a Reiki master. But I also had a corporate-y job in talent acquisition. We got a tower. We got major change coming in, y'all. Give me another one. Seven of Pentacles tower, please. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been working really hard on this. Creating your new life, working on manifestation, working on yourself, maybe healing, maybe, thank you, Ellie V. Maybe even just spiritual growth in general. You know what I mean? Shadow work. Anything else, Spirit? What can you tell me about that? If anyone is currently going through that tower energy and needing support, by all means, reach out. Let me know. My email is thatwitchdani@gmail.com. You can like, comment, and I'll get in touch with you. You can message me on any of my social media apps and stuff. Don't suffer alone. I would love to help you through it. I went through mine alone and it was hell. Arizona. I love Arizona. It's where I want to go when my son graduates and I can finally leave Jersey. Yes. All right. So I feel like somebody is kind of still going through that dark night of the soul moment, right? That really difficult tower moment where you feel like your whole entire life is like burning to the ground and you're like, what the hell is happening? And lots of things and people and situations are leaving your life rapidly and you're not seeing the new come in yet. It will, I promise. You're in hermit mode, which is good. It's winter. We're supposed to kind of be in hermit mode in winter. Go within, self-reflect, journal, process through your feelings, your shadows. I'm so glad you found me. Welcome, honey. But justice is here. That's a card of karma. And you have the Fool card, which is a brand new beginning, right? So right behind all of this that feels really tumultuous and heavy and shit right now is a very exciting, happy, brand new beginning. All right. So from the Navajo Nation, I've been there. I'm Native American too, partly. Welcome, Babs. All right. Let's see. What is coming in towards this collective in December? What's the new energy that comes with the Fool card? Got a Two of Swords. Okay. Seven of Pentacles again. Still growing that new life. Still taking care of all your little seeds, right? Making sure they grow. They're not ready to harvest. Much love. I agree. Much love to Navajo Nation. Thank you, Crystal. That was beautiful. Love y'all. Light workers, you all are. You're all light workers. I love it. We got a Princess of Cups. I think this is the coolest. This would normally be a Knight of Cups in the regular deck, but is that not the coolest Knight of Cups card ever? I love it. I don't know what it is, but it's just got an energy to it that is like, to me, cool as hell. And did y'all notice the moon phases are like on her mat she's sitting on? It's all the moon phases like my tattoo. I love it. Love it. Okay, what else? What's coming in for the collective in December? The King of Cups. Okay. Got a King of Cups. Does this not give you Aquaman vibes? Like, this is Aquaman. What else is coming towards the collective, please? Oh, guys, remember the King of Cups was at the bottom of the other deck, too. So that's the second energetic appearance of the King of Cups. Now we have a Knight of Cups. This is so water vibes. This whole night is just water. It's so wild. Feels like water and swords and then major arcana. Y'all are going through some major changes. You know water is healing too, right? Water is representative of healing. Certified boogeyman. Yikes. Okay. Ars, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Sedona bound as soon as my son graduates. That's what I say every day of my life. I always say you're going to see my tire tracks leaving my son's graduation, and that'll be me in my little gypsy caravan hauling ass to Sedona, where I belong. And I can't do winter anymore. I cannot do winter anymore. I can't take it. I hate it so much. Oh, I was just about to say, I'm a Leo, I'm ruled by the sun. And guess what pops out? The sun card. The happiest card in all of tarot. It represents complete and total joy and happiness in life. And also, hi Iwa, how are you? It's also this energy of just being really carefree. Like, do you see how blissed out zen this person is? Centered, just, they ain't carrying around a bunch of stress. They're chill. You know what I mean? They're chill. They're like, I'm good. Nothing bothers me. Remember, I just said to you, nothing steals my peace. I stay centered. I stay happy because happiness is a choice. It's a choice. Ew. Like, what the hell is that? We can decide, right? We can always decide. Oh, okay. Now I see. I see your messages that got hidden, so now I can block you and get you the hell off my channel. Bye-bye. Okay. I won't tell y'all what it said. You guys already know that I get hella creepy weirdos all the time on here, so, you know. Yeah, like Pagosa Springs water. Yeah. The hell was I talking about? The hell was I talking about, y'all? I got distracted with the nasty ass entitled comments that certain people feel obligated to say to content creators and people on the internet like me. Oh, yeah, so like this is like happiness is a choice, right? Happiness is absolutely a choice. Oh, well, happy birthday, Sagittarius. It's your season. Yeah. The 6-planet retro tower. Crystal, I love you. Oh my God. Amaze. Amaze. All right. So my darlings, like I was saying, happiness is a choice. You can decide. If you reach sun energy, you can say, you know what? I have been through hell and back. I'm not willing to give up my sun energy that I worked so hard for, right? You can decide that you're going to be happy no matter what life throws at you, right? You still will have to go through whatever obstacle, problem, whatever that it is and solve it, right? But you can decide that you're going to go through it without being completely miserable or without letting it totally dim you or take you under, you know? Love that. Happy birthday on December 21st. But yeah, the sun card, that energy, that she made a conscious choice to stay centered in her happy place, no matter what life throws at her or what goes on around her. It is a choice. We can all do it. All right? We can all do it. And now we got a 9 of Swords. Okay, and a 5 of Pentacles. So these are the only icky energy cards that came through. I think I may want to clarify them too. Yeah, do I, Spirit? Yeah, I do. Okay. Why is the 9 of Swords here for this collective, please? Clarify that message. Thank you. Ace of Wands and Temperance. Okay. All right, you're waiting for your new beginning that brings you to this peaceful, more harmonious state. So you're waiting to be able to just be in flow with the universe and not feel like you're swimming upstream. It's coming, I promise. Tell me about the 5 of Pentacles. Why is that here for the collective? Tell me about this 5 of Pentacles. Thank you. Ace of Cups, more water. Queen of Cups, more water. And the 3 of Pentacles. All right. So some of y'all have some shadow work to do or inner child work to do about abandonment and rejection, okay? Which most of us have, right? Most of us. You know, fear of abandonment and being rejected was a big one for me. I'm not sure I've totally healed that, but at least I've integrated the shadow, right? I was very badly bullied in school, total loner. Like at one point in like middle school, I had no friends. Like I had nobody. It was a very lonely time. And I think people always just kind of knew I was different, even though I didn't tell anybody about like what I could do or whatever. But like maybe I knew I was different and I put that energy out. So I was always kind of on the outside, but I was bullied pretty bad. And it kind of definitely created a fear of abandonment in me. Hi, Alan. So some of y'all might need to do a little bit of inner child healing or shadow work healing on that. If you want to know why or how, not why. Wow, interesting. I said why. If you want to know how oh, Kirsty, hi, my love. I just saw your message. If you want to know how to do inner child healing or shadow work healing, let me know in the comments and I'll talk a little bit about it. But I don't want to, like, you know, preachy blah, 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 you guys. If you just like want to hear your reading and you're like, shut up, lady, it's, you know, midnight. I don't sleep. I'll ramble here all night. I got nothing to do. I'm single. All right. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you need to offer a little, right back at you. You need to offer a whole lot of compassionate mom vibe love here. Okay, you need a soft place to fall. No, you don't get leprosy, no. And what's that cliche everybody says, right? Rejection is protection. And I would say people don't just walk out and abandon you anyway, right? Spirit removes them. They didn't do this to you. Spirit did it for you. They remove people that are holding you back and keeping you from your highest good or from the something better that's desperately trying to get to you, and we're not letting it in because we're holding on to shithead over here, right? Right. But you got a Three of Pentacles. So that's a card of collaboration, community. Like, this is you being part of a community that loves you, that accepts you. I'm hearing soul tribe. Like, your level up. There may be a lot of people leaving your life right now, and I know that that's hard. Transformation is freaking hard. Hard. But know that it's only because it's clearing way for the much higher vibe soul tribe that's trying to make its way to you. Because people of a lower vibration can always bring you down and hold you down, but you can't bring up someone to a higher vibration to meet you if they haven't done the work and aren't ready and just aren't there, you know? Yeah, string you along, preach, but we have to be the ones, though, that say enough already. I'm not going to be strung along. I'm going to cut the cord, right? We have to love ourselves enough to do that, you know? I love our community, too. Thanks, Shane. Spirit of death on me for marriage. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, my love. All right, we also have this Knight of Cups, don't forget. So there is very loving offers coming on their way towards you guys, too. I just think a little bit of shadow work. Maybe a few of you are still transitioning through the Tower moment, and then that's when all this new is going to come in. You've got aces everywhere. And you have the Charity card, the Charity, wow, Chariot, which is Cancer energy, so more water energy, right? And holding on to shithead. Yeah, you know. I carry a scissor with me. So both the Three of Wands and the Chariot card are cards that indicate travel. So some of y'all may be traveling overseas or something like that, or you may meet someone or be with someone that you have some distance from, because there's so many of you here, it's going to be a different story for each of you. Or you may physically be moving. You may actually take this transformation so seriously that you actually physically move. But if you do, just know that that's a great idea and it's for your best and highest good. You are all on the way to a higher timeline. All right. So what does the collective need to know or do in order to meet this new higher timeline and not be held back or delayed or in pain? 2 times in 3 months, yikes. Yeah, my cord cutting's not a cutting either. I actually like physically remove like the cord inch by inch by inch, because a cutting can leave little energetic fragments, and then I light my cord on fire and it falls into this lake. I'll do it with y'all if you want to. Hey, love y'all. Thank you so much for being here from the UK and India. All right, y'all. What does this collective need to do in order to move forward on this pathway? All right, this is a funny deck. It's called the Audacity deck, or she'll remember this is the one with the chicken nugget card in it, okay? And we got the cheese fries this time. And we also got the Lovers card. In traditional tarot, the Lovers card is Gemini energy. And the card at the bottom of the deck, hope nobody here is offended by potty mouths. I am one. I gotta be me. But this is the 0 of fucks. So overall energy at the bottom of the deck is we're getting to a point where we just want to be who we are, go on our path. And the people who are like, you've changed, you've transformed, I don't understand you, I don't know you, that don't support us and don't like want to be around the new us, guess what? They can go. They can go scratch. We don't care what they say. The only person we have to make happy and be true to is our higher self, our soul self. Yes? Love that deck, right? Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. Pizza and a coffee card. It has a taco card too. You know, but pizza and coffee are my favorite things. Favorite things. Although I don't hate on the cheese fries. I'm not going to lie. I will cheese fries all day. So let's see what the hell that card means, because I just got this deck that was donated to the channel, by the way, by Matt. So thank you, Matt. It's super fun and cool. But let's see what the hell the cheese fries means, because I don't know. The cheese fries. Okay. Because cheese fries. Cheese fries are the answer to everything. The clock is ticking. You haven't had your fix of monosodium glutamate, sodium triphosphate, and yellow dye number 5 yet today. So your message is you've been so hard on yourself lately. And it's okay to indulge a little right now. You deserve the fries and the cheese on top. So put your cares aside, relax, and surrender to your desires. I like it. I like that. I like that a lot. And obviously we kind of know the energy around the Lovers card, but let's just read what this deck's definition of it is anyway, because it may be a little different. Love is gentle, love is kind, your love is of the eternal kind. These lovers aren't all rainbows and roses. They are forever pushing up daisies. You're committed. You're in it for the long haul. Nothing is going to change your mind. You're willing to go to your grave with it. Whatever you are asking about is here to stay. So if anybody had a certain energy, idea, or whatever person, situation, you know, I don't know, situationship, I don't know, in mind, when you clicked on this, your answer is very clearly whatever you were thinking about is here to stay. Okay? All right. I do love this deck. God bless the 0 of fucks. All right, Spirit, where are we going? Ooh, okay. So we are going to take a look at what shadows we may need to look at here. This is definitely a darker deck. It's called the Necronomicon deck, and it does bring in a bunch of darker energy. So sorry that is delicate for some people, but the truth of the matter is we are all light and dark. We're supposed to be. So we have to look at both sides, right? In order to spiritually grow. Can you guys hear my dog snoring? To me, it's so loud. I feel like you probably can't even hear me talking over her. And she's the tiniest thing. Like, she's just a little tiny, teeny baby beagle. And she is snoring it hard. Fashion designer and a doctor, dang. What shadows does this collective need to be aware of so that they can heal them and integrate them into their lights? Please, Spirit. What do we need to look at during December? Hibernation time. We got a Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Kitten of Chaos. He's looking at me. He's here. May. Psst, psst, psst. Mayhem. Mayhem. I'll try to get him to come over. I think he's asleep. I'm surprised he's not all over this table right now. May. Psst, psst. That's so cool. I love that for you. The Kitten of Chaos is a great nickname for Mayhem. Can't forget that now. All right, now remember, collective reading. So I am not saying that everybody here has these same shadows to work on, but the ones that are for you, I think will resonate, okay? Ooh, ooh, oh my God, the energy on this, holy. I actually just got a little nauseous, I'm not gonna lie. Don't get scared, it's okay. It's just that the way that I feel everything, my higher intuitive self is like right here. And like when that area gets like super lit up, I'm like, it makes me so nauseous, and it's really strong right now. Holy hell. I saw the tip of that message, but I'll see the rest. I promise. About a May is what you called something. Ooh, does somebody, you feel it too? Yeah. Oh my God. So just looking at this card, the energy on it just really got me. And like, I'm a spooky girl, like, right? I love Halloween. I talk to the dead. Psychic, all the things. So it's not like I'm like, oh, scary, it's a haunted house. Like, no, but the energy on this card is heavy, and it says sins of the ancestors. I remember what I was talking about when I first started this live, you guys, about how we were the chosen ones that were strong enough to deal with our dog's nickname. Love that. We were the ones that were strong enough to deal with the karma and the karmic debt and the ancestral lines and debt of, all of our ancestors before us. It's not an easy job to have. Quite frankly, it sucks. My ancestors actually came to me and apologized to me one time because they were like, we are so sorry you had to do that. Like, your cleanup is bad, Like, yeah, kind of sucks. Thanks, ancestors. But it's because we were the only ones that could do it. Remember that. It's actually supposedly a blessing and a gift that we got chosen. But let's read what the book says about sins of the ancestors. That card. It is cool. No, it's super cool. This deck is cool. It's definitely a darker deck, but all right. The fear is of bad blood, an evil inheritance, bad family karma, an inevitable slide into the same trough as your ancestors. Are you frightened of your inheritance? Do you, on some level, believe that you have a corrupt inheritance, or do you literally come from bad blood? Does your family have a dark history? All right, so here's what I'm getting from this. It's actually really funny if you consider my bloodline, but okay. I don't believe that anybody, I don't think it's anything that you have this horrific, awful ancestors in your past. To be honest, with the exception of a few really psychotic people that do terrible, awful things to like children and such, like we're not talking about that. I don't even want to look at that energy. But I don't really believe anyone is truly evil to the core for the most part. We have all been bad in a life. We have all been good in a life. It's part of the checklist you cross off when you come down to Earth School because you have to learn it, okay? And the judgment isn't about were you a good person or a bad person, like, other religions and things have told us they are. It's more about, did you accomplish what you set out to accomplish? Did you learn the things you were supposed to learn? And can we check that off of your list, or are you going to have to go back down and do that again, right? But karma can follow you for lifetimes. So if you were an asshole or a real bad person in a previous life, it is possible that you were not able to pay off all of that karmic debt. And even though you're a wonderful light worker, amazing ball of sunshine in this life, you're paying for those old debts. And the same thing can kind of happen with ancestral stuff. It's got to be pretty big, but the bigger purpose for us right now, most of us, I was saying at the beginning of this video or this live about having this ancestral job to do, it's really more about us being the ones that cut the ancestral lines. And what that truly means is we're the ones who say, okay, we've had that same perspective and ideology and morals and value set for 200 years. The world's a very different place. We've evolved as a species. We know things now that we didn't know then. And these things kind of need to be re-examined. Do they still align with your beliefs? Or have they become self-limiting beliefs that keep you from truly being your authentic self and living the life you want to live, right? Like if you grew up your whole life wanting to be an artist or a musician and you're incredibly talented, you're passionate about it, you're great at it, everyone's like, my gosh, you're like, your art is so beautiful, or you play music so incredibly beautifully. Hi, Iglesias, hi. But then at the same time, you have this whole ideology around you, people saying, but like, that's a hobby. That's for fun on the side. You can't make a living at that. You got to go to college for a real job. And then you can like play music or like do your art. That's a self-limiting belief. And it's also super bullshit, right? I'm a musician's daughter. I'm a musician. I love music more than anything on the planet. Well, almost anything. But none of that is true. That is a self-limiting belief. We have the power to manifest the life that we want. If you say, I want to be a professional artist and I'm going to earn a great living doing it, then you will. I have friends that did that and they are earning a great living. They live in big old fancy houses, way nicer than my spot, okay? And like I said, I'm surrounded by musicians all the time. Know lots of people who earn a living being musicians. What's wrong with that? Nothing. And I'm not saying your passion has to be any of those things, right? Mine is spiritual counseling and using my healing abilities to help people. That's my passion in life. I've made a business out of it. I quit my corporate job, a single mom of 3, a widow. I did it. You can do it. I promise. As long as you believe that all of that other stuff is bullshit. So those are like the ancestral line things that we need to cut, right? Or you know how some families, it's like there's this family legacy of the girls are treated terribly and the sons are treated like kings, or the mom and the first daughter always have a really tumultuous relationship, right? But that's because like that mom was raised by her mom, who was a little colder and really harsh on her daughter. She loved her daughter, but she only knew how to parent the way she was parented by her mom. And we're going back through the family legacy until one of us arrives and goes, enough of this shit already. Enough. We're not going to do this anymore. We know better. We're going to do better, right? They did the best that they knew how, right? It's not an insult to anybody. But now we know more. Now we know better. We can do better. So we can change and cut those ancestral lines. And from this day forward, start a line of abundance, a line of wise, awakened spiritual souls, right? Loving, compassionate people that believe in collective consciousness and want to send love and light to everyone on earth, want to live that way, right? We could decide that. That's interesting that Shane, I have a connection to She Talks to Angels, because I do. And the first time after angels visited me and I heard that song, I hadn't really thought about it. And I just like had tears come to my eyes. And I'm not a very emotional girl. I mean, I'm Capricorn moon. I don't have any water placement, but it brought tears to my eyes. I love that for you. God bless you too, baby. God bless you too. All right, my loves. So that was a long dive. I'm sorry, but that ancestor thing has been coming through hot. So it's going to be a really big part of December, I'm sure. All right. So besides that, you've also got a Queen of Cups here, a spooky ass one, but she cool. She cool. You've got the 8 of Pentacles, which has come out for you in the other decks too, right? That's a kind of a card of like hard work. It's mastering a skill, right? So you're mastering a skill that you really love and you need people to love and accept you for it. You're ready to kind of start presenting this to the world. With this 4 of Torches, you are shining your light. You are ready to shine your light. You're ready to show the world exactly who and what you are. Same with the ancestors. You're busting out of that old ass crypt down there in the basement and you're like, we're new. What's up? Come get to know us. We ain't the people you thought we were before. Thank you. And we have the 7 of Books here with this faceless little thief, right? Little thief action going on there. Like normally I wouldn't be mad at somebody that just like wants to go borrow some books and learn and like, you know, gain some knowledge and better themselves. But the 7 of Books is a sneaky energy, right? This is somebody who sneaks in at night, is looking around all sketchy and shoving things in a bag. That's deception. Let's be real. You need to be smart and strategic in what you take away from a situation. Stealth may be necessary and a subtle extraction. You may need to tiptoe away. Y'all ever heard of Irish goodbye? I'm also Irish, Native American, I'm Irish, I'm Hungarian, Romanian. And an Irish goodbye is like when you don't say goodbye to anybody at the party, you just like dip at the most opportune moment where no one's going to notice you leaving because they're all distracted by like a game playing or, you know, whatever the band just started, whatever. That was the kind of imagery and like the message I got when I started reading this. But I think the bigger picture here is what you take away from a situation, because the deception could really be to yourself. If you are doing, preach. If you are doing, you're going through the process of experiencing something difficult and painful, right? That because you're supposed to learn a lesson. That's how we learn, right? We learn through relationships. That's how a soul grows. That's why we, come to earth to experience all the crazy things that can happen in relationships, family relationships, friends, lovers, bosses, blah, 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 all of the relationships. But you're here to learn lessons from them, from all of these experiences. So make sure that if you've gone through the pain of experiencing this relationship, you're gaining the lesson you needed to gain from it so you can close that cycle out, check off your checkbox on your list of things you needed to accomplish, and back away quietly, get away from that fire, and go someplace nice and calm in hermit mode for a hot minute. Get yourself together. But make sure you're not wasting all of the energy and time that you're putting in. My ears are itchy, so I've got a lot of spirit energy coming through. They're probably bright red. Yeah. My ears and arms and stuff get bright red when there's spirit energy around me, and I'm getting hella itchy. Make sure that you're not deceiving yourself by not learning your lesson in these situations and just sinking into the darkness of like, they abandoned me, they left me, I want them back, blah, what are they doing? Stalking their social media. Don't hold on to that energy. Cut the tie. Let them go. Even stalking them on social media is keeping them in your energy field, and it's keeping their control over you. Nobody gets to take my power. Hell nah. Take your power back. Cut the cord, okay? I have an overwhelming desire to burn frankincense right now, so I know something's got to be cleared out. Something I said here struck a chord with somebody, and they're releasing something. Keep going. Keep releasing. You're doing amazing. Might make me cry a little bit because I feel it coming up for you. But keep going. You're releasing. Let it out. We got a new moon. We're still in new moon energy, so let go of what wants to go so that what wants to come in can come in, okay? Not just any new moon, too. It's a Sagittarius new moon, and Sagittarius are all about growth and expansion, new knowledge, learning new things, right? Burn that frankincense. I think we'll even do a little Palo Santo, do a little cleanse from all that dark energy before we get your spiritual messages and the rest of your advice and guidance for December, babes. Thank y'all for hanging in with me. It's 12:30. I've been blabbing for like an hour. Like, y'all are... Thank you. Thank you so much. I love that. I love that you have support. Love that. All right. So those of you who don't really know That Witch Dani, that's me. I have the ability to control the elements. Well, not all of them. I still have a long way to go on Earth. I got a long way to go with Earth. But I've mastered fire and air, and I'm pretty close to mastering water. So I can make this do things. And I'm going to try to scry with it, get you some messages, and do some little magic tricks for you. Higher. Higher. Thank you. You can dance. Yeah. Wave to everybody. So this fire is like burning away all of the old energy, right? Removing it for you, okay? Help me, I dreamed of gun violence. 2 girls coming to my house at 2 different times. Hold on, don't let me lose that. I'll let you know in a second, okay? Good morning. Sparking Life 111. Give me 1 second, okay? I don't want to forget about your message, but let me just finish this, okay? I'm trying to burn away some energy here, and I've got a third party energy coming in. If that resonates for someone, third party meaning someone was cheated on, or there was just another energy in your relationship. Like it could be something like someone's parent didn't approve of the other person, or something like that. But there's another energy here. I'm trying to burn that away. So if you guys can probably not see this, but this one is lifting and like kind of floating in the air, this flame, but it's fighting me. Do you see how it keeps coming back down and fighting me? I'm trying to push it up and it's coming right back down. That is really resistant energy. But we're going to win this. We're going to let go. Everybody with me, take a super deep breath in, and on your exhale, feel yourself releasing old energy that you need to let go of. It's still fighting me. Release that energy on your exhale. Feel your body feeling lighter. Ready for the new. All right. There we go. Thank you guys. You've definitely helped me get it under control. It's not fighting me like that anymore. And now, if you guys can tell, but the flame is floating. Do you see that? Not touching the stick. It's actually floating above the stick. Cool, right? She magic, y'all. Yeah, I can't do this in a room with a smoke alarm, that's for sure. Everybody see that? Can you tell that it's floating? I'm not sure, but I promise it is. For whatever reason, it's one of the skills Spirit chose to give me. To give me? To give me. What's happening? All right. I'm just going to let this little bit of flame burn off so we can finish your cleansing here, you guys. We still got that frankincense here, too. Sending that your way. Super cleansing. Everybody just kind of feel that cleansing washing over you, okay? You're starting over. It's going to renew you, okay? This is a brand new day, new moon, new energy, new month, all the things. All right, my loves? Up, up, up. Up. There we go. Sometimes snapping makes it jump higher. There, now you can definitely see it's off the stick, right? All right, my darling. Left ear ringing. That's funny. That's the one that's bothering me. All right, so we have a lot of smoke here. So I'm going to let all that energy cleanse. I'm sending all that to you. Sending some white light of Reiki to y'all too. And we're going to call down the Archangels when we're done with this and get you guys a message from the angels. Whew. All right, y'all. Love me some Palo Santo. God, yes. New energy, please. Thank you. Okay. Well, that smokes up the rest of my entire house. It's like Snoop Dogg's like green room in here. Let's get some archangels in the mix. How's everybody feeling? You feeling cleansed? You feel like you feel and smell that? I love that. Palo Santo smells amazing. So does frankincense, but love Palo Santo. And I did see you guys, the one with the dream when mom's getting Alzheimer's. I'm not ignoring you. I see you. Let me just finish kind of channeling this energy out, and I'll be there with y'all. I think you're laughing at my Snoop Dogg. I love Snoop. I do. I'm a huge Snoop fan. Okay. I just want to clear this out so the angels can come in with the fresh energy now that we've dealt with the shadow side of things. We can just have light here, okay? All right, my loves. Let's see. Okay. It's all right. I just wanted to grab more cards. Where's my other ones? I want the other ones. Where are they? Sorry, I got a little whiny on that one. I was just annoyed because my cards were all smushed up and I don't know why. Makes me mad. Don't mess with my cards. All right, my loves. So y'all know when I call the angels, it makes me shake and you'll see my lips start to tremble like I'm shivering. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. It's just what happens when the higher vibrational energies come in. Okay? Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Samuel. Send me best and highest messages for this collective for the month of December. Supporting them. What do they need to know? me just ground this out. Thank you, angels. We're so grateful for you being here, for all of your guidance and love and support. Thank you. Okay. Ground out all the crazy so I can talk to you guys. All right. You got a ton of angels here for you, okay? So I would, like I always say, like vibe with the ones you vibe with, because there's a lot of different people and different energies on here. They're not all of these angels may all be yours, but if you feel that they are, claim that. They're certainly willing to all work with you no matter what, okay? I'm already laughing about the ones that came through because they've been everywhere recently. This is wild. Oh my Lord. Okay, we're gonna start right here. Hope and Archangel Charity often come together. And there's a third one named Archangel Faith who kept coming up for me, my clients yesterday, one in particular. It's wild. A lot of times they'll come in together, and they usually come to you when you are going through a spiritual awakening or dark night of the soul, and they start to bring the light back for you, okay? They'll start to make you feel positive again and get you out of the darkness after, you know, you've done your ego death tower moment. So Archangel Hope comes with a gift. It literally says, look for a cosmic gift, right? And then it says, remember that you deserve it. So her colors do come through like this. All of the angels have different colors. That's like their vibration is associated with the color. And this angel will truly come through with these pastel-y, pretty, like, I don't know, Easter vibes, like spring vibe colors, right? But if you're vibing with this angel, you could take a screenshot of this card. I would recommend it. And, you know, just call them by name. That's how you call an angel down. You just call them by name. This angel will show up for you, and you can ask them for help, guidance, whatever it is. Just make sure you're really specific, because a lot of times you guys call your angels and then they look at me and they're like, I want to help them, but I don't know with what. They won't tell me. They're just like, angels, help me. Sure, with what? You got to tell them. Be like, please help me lift this heartache that I'm feeling. Please help me pass my biology test. Please help my dog heal. Help me heal. Whatever. You can ask them for anything. Just make sure you give them details. Otherwise, they're like, I don't know what the hell you want help with, okay? I'd like to help you. I don't know what you want. And Archangel Charity, see how she has this kind of cornucopia of abundance with her, right? This card says, give with an open heart and be generous, right? And the message here is really about giving love, because the more love you give, the more love you will receive, right? That's how the universe attracts. Y'all have heard of The Secret, the law of attraction. I just work here. I didn't make it up. But what you put out is what you get back. And usually you get it back threefold, if not tenfold, right? So be generous with your love. If you don't have a lot to give financially or around the holidays, you know, there's always like toy collections or food pantries need help. If you don't have that to give, you can always give compassion and love and an ear, right? Lend an ear, let someone talk to you, be somebody's something to lean on. There's always something we can do. Make a funny video, make somebody laugh. It's the holidays. It's wonderful for some people. It's terrible for others. It's an awful time to be alone or going through mental health issues or spiritual awakenings or breakups or all kinds of things, like, you know, the passing on of a loved one, whatever it is. Just, there's always something you can give back that will bring abundance to you too. Okay. Archangel Mallory, remember who you are and take action when you are ready. When you are ready to embrace your soul's authenticity, which is a huge part of spiritual growth and development, that's finding your authentic self, your soul's path and purpose, call this angel. Take a pic if you want. Call Archangel Mallory. Say, I'm ready to use my voice. I'm ready to find my soul path and purpose. I'm ready to be my authentic self. Can you help me find my path? Guide me. And she will. Archangel Muriel says, trust your own wisdom and have faith in your psychic impressions. Many of you have very strong intuition. There's no doubt in my mind with how water vibes this reading has been and all the Pisces and all the things. So trust that your intuition is correct, okay? Let it guide you, because it is. And if you trust your intuition a little bit and you just keep following that, accepting like the vibes or the thoughts, whatever, however you get them that you're getting, accept that they're true and follow them, your intuition will continue to get stronger and stronger and stronger. It's actually how I teach psychic and intuition development in my intro to tarot class. True story. Telling me not to be funny is like telling me not to be good looking. I don't know what you look like, but good for you, doll. Congratulations. I mean, for real. I'm very excited for you. Congrats on being good looking. Archangel Muriel, trust your own wisdom and have faith. And we were talking about Archangel faith. Why did you want me to read that again, Spirit? They said because somebody just needed to hear it. Someone just needed to hear to continue to have faith and that they should trust themselves and believe that they are who they think they are. Okay, Archangel Christiel, very powerful angel. This archangel works with the unicorns, who, by the way, are real. So are dragons. Wild, right? I know. They live in different dimensions, much higher vibrations than us, of course, but still. Connect with unicorns and receive the white ascension flame. Now, I hear a lot of people going through spiritual awakenings, particularly at this time, are seeing the white ascension flame. And it's so freaking goddamn pretty. It's like gossamer. You know what I mean? Like white that is like sparkly and just the most beautiful, magical thing you've ever seen. Thank you. I believe in angels too, babe. But that light, if you've seen that light, you are working with this angel and that energy already. So if anyone vibes with the unicorns or the white ascension flame, take a screenshot. And moving on. Now, this angel has been coming out a lot lately, which I think is fascinating. Oh my gosh, I love that for you. Kirsty, that's amazing. We've been seeing a lot of aurora in areas that should not be seeing aurora. I spend a lot of time in Southwest Florida. I have a client base down there, so I'm down there once or twice a month. Butterfly in 1111. 1111 is an angel number, but it's not just any angel number. They're all angel numbers. That is the one that means you're working with angels or angels are around you. And butterflies are a symbol of transformation. I have it tattooed on me. Anyway, sorry. We've been seeing aurora, right? The northern lights, aurora, in southern Florida. That doesn't happen in the Northeast where I live, let alone in southern Florida, 1,500 miles from south of here. But we've all been seeing them, right? Magic. So I think it's really telling that this angel's been coming up a lot lately, who I normally don't really get often or work with. And the message says, welcome new beginnings and let the sun shine in your life. New beginnings, y'all. New beginnings. Yeah. I'm like halfway in between Manhattan and Philly. And then Archangel Ragul is here, and it says, be fair in all situations and resolve your conflicts. Remember I was saying, like, don't get involved in that low vibe stuff or argue people. Nothing steals my peace. Remember that sun card? She was like, zenned out, centered, nothing steals my peace. Walk away from the arguments. Walk away from the people that make you want to argue and steal your peace. Okay, walk away. Wish them well, send them love, healing, forgiveness, pray for you. I'm out. All right? I love you too. And Archangel Okbi is the Archangel of Birds. I haven't actually seen this angel in a long time, although we did used to work together quite a bit. And the message is, it is time to fly and listen to your intuition. You're getting that again. So a lot of you may see birds or feathers. Those are signs for you from your guides, angels, and maybe even ancestors. And then Archangel Perlamek. This is a very earthy angel, right? A very nature-based angel. And the light from this angel is super green, just like that, like grass green. And it says, let nature soothe you and serve the nature kingdom. So some of y'all are very much like earth witches, right? Earth vibes. I use witches in a loose term. Don't get freaked out. But if you are very earthy, you connect with the earth mother vibes. You love to plant. You're like one of those cool chicks on Instagram that has all those cute crocheted planters hanging with all these fabulous plants everywhere. I kill succulents. I kill cactus. I don't have the earth witch thing. I wish I did. I need it. I desperately need to ground more in the earth. But if you're one of them, I love that for you. I need your help. But also, this angel is encouraging you to work with him and to do your part to help 3D Earth, right? We all have a part here. Some of us are a little bit more as above. Some of us are a little bit more as so below. What does that mean? Some of us are more of the cosmos. We're doing a different kind of work energetically and, you know, to help the earth. And some of us are literally doing the physical work on the ground, on the earth. So those of you who are earth warriors, work with this angel. Okay, take a screenshot if you want to. Keep doing your work. I know it's winter where I am anyway. You can't really do your planting and all of the things in the wintertime, I know. But whatever it is you can do, please continue to do it and work with that angel, because the rest of us need you. We need your earthy skills, those of us that don't have them. And I don't. I wish I did. I'm trying. I'm trying. All right, let's get some spiritual growth messages here for you guys before we close this out. Okay, yes, I heard you. I heard you. I had a feeling we were going to get a few of these. So just like I always say to y'all, take what resonates and leave the rest. Not all of these may be for you, but a few of them may be for you. A few of them may be for someone else on the live. Just you will feel it resonate somewhere physically in your body. Listen to your body, okay? Oh, are you? From where Billy Joel wrote a terrible song about. I'm going to guess you mean Allentown. And let's get your archetype, my loves. Where's my beautiful collective at right now? Where is my beautiful collective? And those of y'all who had a message for me, just hang in after this, and I'll stay on to see if I can help y'all. I mean, anybody's welcome to stay on, but. Okay. Ooh, why is there so much energy on that card? Holy crap. Oh man. All right, we're going deep. I wasn't expecting to go this deep at this hour and this far in, but look what came out together. This is, y'all, this is insane. This is insane. You have the Shadow card and the Underworld card that came out together. And not just that, you have the Venom too. So those of you that are really in a dark place right now, or not just in a dark place, but maybe you're just really processing through shadow energy, keep going, but stay positive. If you're getting sunk down by the darkness here a little bit too much, or you're getting very triggered, back off for a while and just love yourself. Self-care, self-love, go to a spa, soak in some water, transmute that, wash that away. There is such a thing as going a little too deep. And if your dark night of the soul is this dark, please do not suffer alone. Please reach out to me. Please. Okay. Then some of y'all are at Agape. This is an amazing energy, and I will tell you about it. We have the Riddle, which is basically like a mystery, right? We have Kairos and Agape. That's powerful. Both of these are major archetypes. They're two of the four like master ones. So I'll tell you about them in a minute. And then we have the Temple and the Offering, whose energy kind of came out together too. So this may be a different group of you, or you guys might be incorporating little bits of each of these. Okay, but the Temple, see what you feel when you look at these. Something in your body will resonate if this is the archetype you're in. The Offering. Okay. The Riddle. Kairos. Agape. Saoirse, my gosh, Beagle. The Underworld. The Shadow. Do you all hear this dog? And the Venom. Okay. I was not expecting them to be this intense. I was not expecting there to be this many. But hey, we're here. We're going to do it. Let me see if I have the archetype book in here. I may not. I may have to post those later. Really? I thought it was in this room. But I do have 3 different rooms that I do readings in, so it is possible I brought it to a different room. Shit, I really wanted that. All right. That's okay. I'll post the full description for y'all, but in the meantime, let me just say, to see which ones you're vibing on. And the whole point of having these archetype cards is so that you can kind of leave them out around you and integrate their energy, because they're trying to teach you something. It's like learning something new. I just saw this Ace of Swords again staring back at me, that going within and learning something new. All right. So if you did take a screenshot of them or whatever, like, you know, print it out if you can, whatever, keep the picture up, whatever works for you. And focus on it and see what starts to come up for you. See what you feel, okay? It's absolutely okay to be drawn to more than one. You probably will be. Yeah, I'm sure you will be, because there's so many here. And they kind of came out grouped. And I do think that these two, which are very high vibrational, very powerful cards and archetypes, are sort of the energy we're all going towards. Everybody that's here, this collective, right? And it's very cool. It's very high vibes. And some of you are very much in this riddle phase, that feeling that fogginess and sort of uncertainty in a way. Or like you're super close to getting to something, but you're not quite there yet. Like some big piece of information or some sort of spiritual moment, you know, awakening of some kind. And like I said, the rest, some of you guys are really deep into that shadow venom underworld phase. But we'll talk about them. I will read the full descriptions to you guys. I'll post them up here in a separate video and let you know. But, and don't forget, there's the offering in the temple too, all right? The temple is really about finding spirit and your higher self within you, right? Spirit is within you. The light is within you. You are the temple. Your body is the temple, okay? And the offering, it's sort of like, what is your piece of the collective puzzle, right? What is it that your soul came here to do that helps the whole collective of Earth? Because that's something we are all supposed to be finding right now, okay? And now let's get your healing messages, my loves. I cannot get over this dog. I've never heard her so loud. Oh, the moon's here again. Man, have we had a theme. The freaking moon is here again. It says, what if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? That's an authenticity message. Yes, it is. It says duality, hidden gem, and secret power. Duality is as above, so below. It's incorporating your shadow with your light, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a gorgeous card too. Let your freak flag fly. We all have one. Just some of us are brave enough to just be like, yeah, this is who I am. Balls out. I'm weird as shit. I don't care. I talk to dead, talk to angels, I talk to aliens, I do it all. Don't care. Like me, don't like me. I don't care. I'm gonna be me. Gonna be me. Okay, breaking into bloom. I love this card. I love this card. I love this card. Breaking into bloom. I love this card. So here's the idea, right? Think of an egg. You know how you cannot see through an egg shell? It's like so opaque, like there's no light can get in to that unless you crack it open. So we all have to crack open in order to let the light in too. Okay, I know it sucks. I'm sorry, again, I just work here. I don't make the rules, but it is the way it is. We have to crack open. We have to reduce to ash and let our towers fall and everything crumble around us and have that ego death and all those things in our dark night of the soul so that we can be reborn and rise up like the phoenix. We have to. It's the way it works. Like a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, which is why a butterfly is a symbol of transformation, right? Sometimes you will break before you bloom. Good night, Mom. Sometimes you will break before you bloom. Not sometimes. It's pretty much always. And you will get to a place where you are so grateful for that darkness, that dark night of the soul moment, all of that, because you love your life and who you are on the other side of it. The way you've leveled up, you come to a place where you will literally be grateful for the worst hell you've ever gone through. And I mean hell. At least for me it was. I didn't think I'd survive it. And then card number 9, your energy is valuable, protect it well. And it has sunflowers on it, the sun vibe again, remember? You can choose to be happy. You can choose to protect your vibe and your energy. Don't hang around with lower vibrational people and situations, okay? And protect your energy at all costs. Decide how you're going to react to things. Don't react. Respond. Don't react. This card is called the Protectress, and it says strength, boundaries, and amulet. Keep those boundaries up. Protect your energy. Card number 32, the Great Goddess, Transcendence, Divinity, and Shakti. Look at more water vibes, and there's her higher self, right where I feel mine. Connecting to the cosmos, connecting to star family. Downloading info from the universe. The Great Goddess. Card number 13, my birthday, with rebirth. Look at that. It's time to leave the old behind. Preach. Oh, thank you so much, Blanca. That's awesome. Love that. Rebirth, shedding the chrysalis, taking risks. Leave the old behind, y'all. We still got Palo Santo and frankincense smoking up in here. I'm sure y'all can see it flying around, right? You're a 13 BD as well? Oh, wait, didn't we have this conversation? Aren't we both born on August 13th? Friday the 13th. Card number 34, it's time to come home, Goddess of the Sea. Goddess of the Sea, what is with these water vibes? Look how gorgeous this card is. It says abundance, purification, and ego. That's why water keeps showing up. It wants you to purify. Release the old energy. Purify it. Wash it away and heal. All right, so somebody needs to hear this real quick. Yes, yeah, 8/13. Yep, 8/13 on a Friday. Oh my God, that's amazing. 8/13 on a Friday and you're 12/13. I love that. I have an aunt I'm really close to who's born 10/13, and my daughter's boyfriend, who I adore, is born 7/13. Like, I got a lot of 13s around me too. I love that. Yeah, rebirth is amazing. Rebirth is amazing. But I want to, Spirit wants me to say this. Let me get this out really quick before I lose it. You know how like you drink water to like cleanse your organs, right? And you take a shower or a bath to cleanse your body. Did you know that tears are how you cleanse your energy centers, your chakras? Tears are literally how you cleanse your energy. So, you know, Capricorn moon, European family, well, I'm also part native, but you know, we don't, it feels ain't a big thing, right? It's like, suck it up, you're fine, right? That's life. But it's not. It's not. Because then you never release anything and you just stuff your body so full of shadow and pain and things you didn't process through that one day it explodes without your willingness. You don't get to control it, as opposed to doing the shadow work, letting yourself feel things in the moment that you're feeling them. Not like, oh, I can't cry here, I'll wait till later, but like processing and letting yourself feel what you need to feel. And then releasing it right then and there, rather than creating all of these like, you know, a body full of shadows that you've now got to sift and shovel through that are so tightly compacted inside of you. That sucks. It's okay to cry. It's okay to need whatever it is that you need. Love yourself enough that if the world ain't giving you what you need right now, you give it to you. You give it to you. Tears are so cleansing. Okay, you know how it feels like when you ever had like a sob fest, like a for freaking minutes, like sob fest, and then like you get to that moment where you're just like, y'all know what I mean. But then you feel so freaking amazing after that, don't you? You feel reborn because you cleansed the energy out, the old heavy energy left you, so you are literally lighter. Hey, butterfly, what's up, my love? Good to see you. All right, y'all know what I mean? So let those tears Come, let the cleansing happen. Okay? Remember the angels that came through for you tonight. Okay? I will post a video about those archetypes. And y'all wanna end this with the spiritual AF deck message, the one that curses you off? You're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do so much. Yeah, the car is a good place to do it. The car and the shower, right? Good places to cry. All right, babes. Let's get cursed off by the universe, shall we? It's late night. We can do tarot after dark, right? Have a little naughty universe yelling at us sesh. Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you. All right, what do they need to hear, Spirit? What does the collective need to hear? I knew this one was going to come out. It's like I was talking about this class I wrote today. So I'm going to start my workshop classes and stuff up again. I don't do them in the summer, but I do, you know, all the rest of the year. And this is my favorite one I ever wrote, and it's the first card that came out of this deck. Feels like it might be the only one coming out. All right, this is the message we all need to hear. Fuck what they say. Let's all say it together. It's really empowering, right? You've been encouraged to find your weird, let your freak flag fly, right? Be your authentic self. Who gives a shit, right? Just be you. Your soul tribe will find you, and people who don't get you, bye. Wish you well. No hard feelings, but bye. Okay, let's all say it together. Fuck what they say. Makes you feel better. You can even throw up a finger while you do it. Whatever vibes for y'all. When what someone, anyone else says about you doesn't matter. Really and truly, it doesn't matter. If you heard it secondhand, it super doesn't matter. And if the person isn't your higher power, your higher self, your boss, or your best friend, it sure as hell doesn't matter. Think about how much more time you'd have to dream up cool and new shit if you really and truly stopped worrying about what people say about you. Hey, May May, psst, psst, come say hi. The collective was asking for you. Psst, psst. Mayhem, come here. You think that Martin Luther King cared what other people said when he wasn't in the room? He was out marching and doing good shit. Let him talk. Let them talk. Do your good shit. Okay? Fuck what they say. I promise whoever and whatever you authentically are, I will love you. I kind of am at the point in my spiritual growth and development that I can only love people who are authentically themselves. Everybody else feels icky to me. And I smell bullshit from 5 miles away, and I just can't fake it anymore. I just don't have it. I can't. Sorry. You know, I know I'm a spiritual healer all, and like, namaste, I'm here for you. If you're willing to do the work and be your authentic self. But the fake shit, I can't. So icky. Yeah, it kills me. I mean, I literally cannot even be in the room with it. I can't. Like, you know what I mean? Like those, like, keeping up with the Joneses folks, or like, you know, like the ones that are like I gotta be like this and have this bag and have this purse because Buffy down the street has it or whatever. I can't. If everybody else wants it or has it, I hella don't want it. That's for one. I definitely don't want it. I won't be into it. I got skulls and shit in my Christmas decor, okay? I don't care. I don't want it. I'm looking at a giant crystal skull that weighs about 50 pounds the whole time I'm talking to you. Is that for everybody? No. But it's for Dani. Dani vibes with it. So I have a $2 bill here that my grandmother gave me that I keep when we do money spells and abundance spells up in here. And a gold sheen obsidian to absorb and protect me. And a quartz crystal to help me scry and bring me light and powerful messages for you. I'm different. And that's okay. It's totally okay. And it's totally okay for you to be different too. And know that if people fall away because you are changing to be your authentic self, that's good. Let them go. They're clearing out space for your soul tribe to come in for you. The like-minded people who love you exactly for who you are. Okay? Y'all, I went to Catholic school my whole life. I know my mama was just on here, but she's not anymore. Like, I went to Catholic school. I got tattoos all over the place. They're all over my back. I'm a witch. I'm a psychic. I'm a good witch, but you know. If I got the balls to come out and be like, okay, this is who I am, y'all can do it. I've even dated both genders. Be yourself. Be yourself. Thank you. The Joneses don't pay your bills. I like it. I like it. I have to tell you, Sparking Life 111. 111 is very big for me. Only recently have I been seeing it everywhere. That wasn't always a big number that I would see often. But since 11/1/2022, which is the day that my grandmother passed, who I was very close to, I see 111 all the time because 11/1, right? And then 22 is a double 11, and I always know she's around me when that happens, or that I'm being guided to something. There's something I need to see. So I knew that there was a message coming through for me, or something I needed to focus on the minute I saw your name and a little glimpse of what you were dealing with. But you'll have to tell me again, because that's going to be lost in the thread, my love. But yeah, I knew that was a vibe, but I had to tell you, 111 is pretty sacred for me. I know 11/11 is a sacred thing, but so do you. Yeah. 111's a powerful angel number, and it will always make me think of my grandma. I call her my Margie. Her name was Margaret. I always called her my Margie. If y'all weren't here before, this is my grandmother's wedding ring that I'm wearing. I just think it's the prettiest ring on the planet. I'm sorry that I have paint all over me. Don't mind that. But I think it's so beautiful. It's way too small for me, but sometimes she just makes me put it on. Usually around the holidays. She was obsessed with the holidays. I don't love Christmas. I don't even have TV, but if I did, the last thing you'd ever catch me watching is a Hallmark Christmas movie. I just ain't that girl. No judgment. I just ain't that girl. But she loved it. She watched them all year long. And when she knew she was going to pass, she died, the day after Halloween. She was wearing her Christmas pajamas and watching her Hallmark movies, and she was so happy. That woman loved Christmas. So the holidays will forever be associated with her. Plus, she died at the beginning of the holiday season. But after someone you dated died, 22 is your grandma's number. Dang. 22 is a very sacred number. 11 and 22 are the only sacred numbers in numerology that you don't break down to anything smaller than that. Oh my gosh, your brother died on 11/11/11, and your mom passed 11/1 or 11/12/22. Wow, you guys, we truly found each other on purpose, huh? That's so crazy. Help me. I dreamed of it. Yes, let me help you. What do you mean 2 girls coming to your house at 2 different times? Good girls, bad girls, are they connected to the gun violence? Tell me a little bit more, okay? That's your mom checking in? Wow, past 3 years ago. Yeah, my grandmother was just 2 years this November 1st, and then my husband will be gone 5 years on Christmas night. He died the 25th into the 26th, somewhere around there. Don't know for sure, but I think his death certificate says the 26th. Hey, Big Lou, what's up? Brighton Park, huh? That is really amazing, though. What a powerful collective we are. That's amazing. Your mom passed away 11/12. You guys, this is crazy. Wow. I have a daughter that was born on 9/11 too. My oldest, my firstborn, Gwyneth. She was born on 9/11. Girls in your class. But you said they came to your house? I'm trying to understand, honey. You just might have to give me a little more info. They came to your house and were with the guns? They were part of the gun violence? I'm trying to understand, honey. They are all shining down on us. Preach. Yeah, they are. Birthday is 12/21. That's right. You did say you were a Sag. Wow. Mirror image. It's powerful. Do you guys want to see a picture of my late husband? I keep our picture in this room. And my beloved dog, my Dublin, who was Saoirse, the sleeping, snoring beagle. It's right here with us. That was her brother. They were both biomedical research lab beagles. And Dubs passed away on Valentine's Day this year. And I cannot tell you how much I miss that dog. I've never had a strong connection to an animal in my life, and he got me through it when my husband died. So losing him sucked. But he's right next to me in his cute little box with his name on it, and I keep my husband and I over here. But give me a sec, I'll go grab it. Okay, y'all. Here you go. We met when we were 12 years old. We were friends for a long, long time. Sorry about my ring light reflecting. I don't think I can do much about it, but there we go. He was super funny, like such a funny dude. Kind of like jackass funny, you know what I mean? And very smart. He was he had a aeronautical physics engineering degree. Like he was a genius, but he worked as a chef because he was a genius and an artist at the same time. And he said cooking let him be both. There we go. Yeah, I have. Yeah, thank you for the shout out to my hubby. Yeah, I lost my best friend at 27 to a very unexpected suicide. My first husband, the father of my kids, when I had 3 babies under the age of 4. My youngest son was 4 months old. He left, and we had been together since I was 14. But I know that was for my highest good. I had codependency issues, and I didn't know it, and I had to fix them. So it's okay. And then after my divorce, I went looking for my husband, Jeff, who I went to school with and always had a crush on and all the things. I actually asked him to prom our senior year, but he said no because he already had a date. And I found him eventually, and he walked me in my car. He kissed me goodnight. We were together ever since. We were together for a decade till he passed away. Yeah, some other things too. They came as friends, but they came after you were in it. I might need a little bit of time with it. Nothing specific's really jumping out at me. I might need to look into a little bit of symbolism here and kind of channel on that, but I will, okay? I will. You married your high school sweetheart too? Yeah, I met my first husband when I was 14. We started dating when I was 14. Thank you. And by the time I was 27, I was divorced with 3 kids under the age of 4. And I was like, I'm gonna be alone forever. Who the hell's gonna date me? Like, I'm only 27 and I have 3 kids. But Jeff was cool. He took it, and he was a good stepdad. Adored the kids liked him. He was cool. He was cool. Okay, so Sparking Life 111. Tell me a little bit about what you're going through. And I caught a little glimpse of it, but when I'm channeling, I can't really absorb or remember things. So tell me how I can help. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. He's around. He comes through in readings sometimes. Did y'all know that souls have to take classes after they cross over to learn how to talk to mediums like me? Like they can't just do that. There's like classes after they transition that they can take, and not all of them want to take them. So, you know, they're like, nah, I'm done with that. Like, you know, just let me be in peace for a while. Like I'm in heaven. Like, let me be. So, but my husband can be a medium between us. So he can talk to them, and then he can talk to me. So it helps me help people who come see me because they need to hear a message from their passed on loved one. Cool, right? All right, Alzheimer's mom. Okay, that sucks. You did, yeah. Where's the fear? That's really the question here, right? So what we have to do is look at the root of that, right? There's a shadow around this fear, you know? Thank you. Thank you. That's so kind of you. But let's look at the fear. I know you said that you're scared and there's a lot of fear there. Is it fear of mom's passing? Is it fear of you being okay if that happens, or fear of mom slipping away, not remembering you? Talk to me a little bit about it. I have a little bit of experience with Alzheimer's, and also even just my husband, part of his illness, he was sick for 4 years and he was in a coma for 2 weeks. And when he woke up, he had no idea who it was. Nobody thought he would live. He had a less than 1% chance of surviving, and he came through it by some miracle and had no clue who I was. And then he was never really the same again, you know, like my husband kind of never came back from that coma. But the Alzheimer's thing is tough. It's so difficult. And then, because sometimes you see glimpses of them and you want to hold on to that so much. And it almost makes you forget that, like, that this is still here, you know, and that they don't really always know where exactly they are or who they are, or what their energies are. You know, it's tough. I feel for you. It's an awful thing. But if you can, let me know, like, where you're at, what you're feeling. Sometimes it's even just a loss of control, you know? Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Your future. Oh, dementia. Yeah. I get it. You know what it always is, like, not always, but a lot of the times it's like the anxiety and the fear and stuff comes from what we're really, because I had this massive anxiety when my husband was dying, like, especially in the coma. I lost the ability to swallow. It was like I could empathically feel his ventilator because, like, I was trying to chew something and swallow it because my father's like, you haven't eaten in 24 hours. And he, like, got me this pretzel from, like, the machine. And I was trying to swallow it and I literally couldn't, like, I almost choked on it and died. My whole throat just closed up. It was really, really weird. Like, I don't know if it was anxiety or, like I said, the ventilator thing, but, like, I get it. Like, it overwhelms you, it consumes you. And a lot of the times I think it's the fear of, like, we want to know that whatever happens here, we're going to be okay. What we're really afraid of is, like, and I had this anxiety too. Like, I was young, you know, in my 30s, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. If he passes away tonight in bed with me, who do I call? Like, what do I do? Like those thoughts would go through my head. Like, I don't know how to plan a funeral. Like it was just all of those things. And it's so scary because you don't know if you're going to be okay. So really getting to a place where you can know that no matter what happens to you in this life, you will be okay. And it might suck, but you will get through it. You will heal. You'll come out of it stronger, more spiritually connected, more developed, just with so much more to offer to other people because you've got this experience behind you now that could really then help somebody else. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why don't you feel it's possible? No, I get it. Yeah, it's freaky. I will tell you, like, when it happens, there's people that know, you know what I mean? They tell you what to do and then they'll help you. I think nobody, it doesn't matter if you're 85, you don't know, like, you know what I mean? Until you've been through it. So the pros understand that and they'll help you. I promise. Um, but tell me why you don't feel it's possible. You're welcome, my love. The other thing too, this just came from Spirit. Spirit wanted me to say, although dementia and Alzheimer's are terrible, the person going through it usually is disconnected enough that they're not suffering like we are. That's one of the ones that's kind of harder on the caretaker, if that gives you any peace at all. They're using you against you. You're going to have to explain that a little bit more to me, honey. Oh, mom's always been low vibe. Well, if anything, that may change now because the closer people get to transitioning or even something like Alzheimer's and dementia where there's kind of a break from 3D reality, the closer they get to spirit and source and stuff like that, a lot of the times they start to change. The transition period can take a few months. And once a soul passes over, it still takes a few months before they're fully, like, transitioned to the other side. Like, the energy shift is so dramatic. It takes a while. But sounds good. Thank you so much for being here. Love and light to you. Okay. But always been low vibe. Do you have options? I know financially it's like a big deal. A good friend of mine, his wife in her 50s, She had MS, but she was overwhelmed with dementia early in her 50s, and it just got so much over the years to care for her at home and like lift her up all the time, to change her and things like that, that they had to make the really tough decision to put her in a place that she would have round the clock care. But these facilities are like $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Like if that were me, I wouldn't have that money. I couldn't provide that. So I get the resources thing is a big deal too. But do you have like other resources here? Your need for the truth as a way to boost their ego. I'm still not getting it. Give me a little more black and white if you can. I mean, at the end of the day, not that I want you to just, you have to do what feels right for you and follow your intuition. But if you're looking for somebody to give you permission to follow what you feel guided to and to be who you are and live your life and not be in service caring for someone that maybe wasn't so great to you for the next 20 years, you are not required to do that. Only child, you are not required to do that. You're not. And it doesn't make you a terrible, awful anything if you choose to have boundaries and protect yourself and not go through this for a prolonged period of time. Because that's the thing, right? With things like dementia and Alzheimer's, you have absolutely no idea how long someone has. And it could be many, many years, decades even. Not to say, you wouldn't still make sure that their care is good and be there or whatever. But if you have trauma or this person was really not great for you to be around, your boundaries are still relevant, whether they're sick or not. Okay, thank you. I know it's a long one. Yeah. I hope that helped you, but I'm here for you. You can always reach out to me if you need anything, thatwitchdani@gmail.com, or just DM me on any of my socials, okay? You kept your mom to the very end. It was beautiful. Yeah, we took care of my grandmom too. She came home on hospice. Yeah, ward of the state, yeah. Me needing to get the truth from them, but they are making rats around them. And they desperate to be with him. He has participated in something. Okay, I think I'm kind of getting it here, special one. Let me just say this, okay? I went through this, and I think it's a huge part of spiritual growth, so you must be a chosen one. That's why you're here. So I had a relationship after my husband passed with a person that knew I was in a really awful, vulnerable state and took total advantage of that. Turns out I'm a mega empath, super sensitive empath. This person was an energy vampire, no question. Energy vampire all day. I didn't know that then, right? Of course you don't. Otherwise they wouldn't be able to get to you. And then there's like that bit of narcissistic behavior that comes in, right? What's the narcissistic pattern? They break you down, they, mind control you, mind fuck you, to be honest. And you get all bajiggity and you don't even know which end is up anymore. And then they go on this smear campaign, right? Before they even break up with you, to tell everybody what a piece of shit you are. You were abusive, you were this, you were that, a liar, you're doing drugs, you're a stealer, you're like whatever the hell it is. They go on their smear campaign about you, right? And it's all untrue. And then they leave in some way. Mine ghosted. And you're left with the like awful ego deathy feeling of like, people believe this person, they think that about me, or that's not the truth. Like I'm a Leo, but I'm very Libra. I have a ton of Libra placement. I was saying earlier, I hate injustice. I hate it. It will keep me up for days. I hate injustice. But at the end of the day, I had to come to the realization that fuck what they say. If they believe that, they ain't my tribe. They ain't my people. And karma always comes around. I don't have to worry about injustice. I don't have to lose sleep or lose my peace over shit like that. They'll have their day. Karma will come around to collect that debt, and everything will come full circle. And I will tell you that the people that my ex went to do the little smear campaign and spread all these things about, they no longer talk to my ex. They've all separated. I forgive. I send love and light. That's what I do. There ain't a bone in my body that cares about revenge. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks about you or believes. It just doesn't. You'll always have your day. You'll be vindicated. Just trust and believe. The universe will make it right. All right? Leo moon, Libra rising, Aquarius sun. So you're my axis. I'm a Leo, so Leo, Aquarius are direct axis, and I am a Libra rising, Capricorn moon. But I'm also a Libra, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto too. And I have a Libra daughter. My middle child is a Libra, October 8th. And an April Fool's Day, Aries sun. You guys want to hear something super weird before we all sign off? I know I've kept you here forever. So I was born on a weird day, Friday 13th. My first husband, my children's father, was born on 10/22, but not just 10/22, it's also his dad's birthday. So they have the same birthday. And then my first is born on 9/11. My second is born on Columbus Day. And my son, my baby, was born on April Fool's Day. What the hell is that? Like, what is that? And then same thing with losses in my life. Like my beloved dog dies on Valentine's Day. My husband dies on Christmas. My grandmother dies like overnight from Halloween to All Saints Day, the start of the holiday season. I have another grandmother who was born like on Mother's Day and passed away on Easter. My dad's birthday is June 15th, which often falls on Father's Day. And my mom's July 1st, which is like practically July 4th. It's wild. Like, what the hell is that? You have twins on 10/10? Wow, that's so cool. That's super cool. My brother has twins. I have twin 8-year-old nephews. They're Libras. Yeah, April Fool's Day. You know, it's like having a baby on April Fool's Day. Everybody goes, yeah, sure, you had the baby. Okay, all right, Dani, sure you did. But my son was actually sick. He was really preemie. He was a NICU baby. So then when I was like, oh yeah, bitch, he's in the NICU. How do you feel now? And they were all like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They felt super bad. He's fine now. Like, no worries. You know, he's a normal 16-year-old douche. You know, how 16-year-olds are. Especially an Aries boy, 16-year-old. You know, he's all like chest puffy at me. And I'm like, son, have a seat. You're my third. I ain't even almost afraid of you. Besides, if I could survive my firstborn child who gave me a run for my money, I could survive 10 of him. Yeah, true. Savage. Yeah. 23. Mine's, yeah, 16. 16. He's driving. He got his permit and he's like driving my Audi. And I'm like, oh my God, I've wanted this car my whole life. Don't hurt my cars. I'm not a designer girl. I don't care about diamonds. I like crystals much better. I don't care about purses and shoes and fancy houses and furniture. I don't care about any of that. I really don't. I'm such a like, I don't care. But man, I have a car thing and I got a car thing bad. And I love to go fast. I love to race. So I waited my entire life and I started saving up when I was 7 years old to buy my dream cars. And in January, I bought a 25-year-old, a 1999 Porsche 911 Carrera Cabriolet. So it's a convertible Carrera. And then a few months after that, because I'm like, you can't drive this in the snow and shit, idiot. What are you doing? You have 3 kids. What are you doing? So then I was like, all right, I better go get something I can like drive. So then I went and got the red and black Audi that I always wanted. And now here's my 16-year-old douchey son driving my dream car I worked my butt off my whole life to have. And I'm just like, oh my God, having palpitations. Yeah, crystals are life. I sell crystals too. There's thousands in my house. I love them so much. A reversal? You mean like a return to sender? And you're April 13th, and I'm August 13th. Wild. Wild. We all have a connection here, y'all. There's a thread. Okay. You need a return to sender. All right. So you need a black candle. If you can, put a mirror in your window. If not, just keep the mirror by you, like somewhere in your room. You're going to write down that any energy sent to me is returned to sender by the power of 3 times 3. Write that down 3 times. At the bottom, you write, so mote it be. That's your stamp. That's like amen, right? You can sign it if you want to, up to you. Fold that paper away from you 3, 6, or 9 times, whichever amount you can do. And then you're going to tuck it behind the mirror and keep it there. Let your black candle finish burning out, okay? Any energy sent to me is returned to sender by the power of 3 times 3, so mote it be. So there's no karma involved in that for you. You're not doing magic against somebody. You're not mentioning a specific person. And you're saying, if you sent me beautiful, loving, kind energy like you have all sent me tonight, and I send it back to you by the power of 3 times 3, that means I'm wishing you that same beautiful, positive energy back threefold, right? So as long as you're not sending me anything bad, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And if you are, well then buckle up, sweetie, because you're getting it back by the power of 3 times 3. So that's your own karma, right? Yeah. Obsidian is very protective. You can keep that around you. This is a form of obsidian. It's gold sheen, but it is a form of obsidian. Or black tourmaline. All right, both are really protective. Or Apache tears, which is an incredible absorber. It's basically a form of it, of obsidian. And then I wear it. I wear it every day. It's always on me to absorb, right? All of these that I wear have a purpose. You're welcome. You're having a terrible time texting. I see messages retracted all the time. Yeah. That's okay. Take a deep breath. You want to like center? Maybe we just like, you just need a center. Take a minute. Center. Let's burn some dragon's blood. Who doesn't love dragon's blood? It's one of my favorite incenses. Is incenses the correct grammatical term? Is that like incensi? Like cacti? I don't know. I was having this conversation about Aquariuses. See, I just did it with my friend the other day who is an Aquarius, and I love Aquarian energy. I think Aquarians are magical, and y'all are certainly very important right now. And I was like, so what is like multiple Aquariuses? Is it Aquariuses? Are you Aquariusi? I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, it's late. You know, things get wacky around here at this hour. With the higher powers, like spirit, angels, things like that. You can talk to angels, you can call them down, your own guides and angels, anytime and work with them. If it's time for you to make contact with them, I promise you they'll make that happen. But I think the best thing for you to do is connect to your higher self. There's a meditation on my YouTube channel. It's less than 10 minutes long, called Connecting to Your Higher Self. Check it out. I think it'll help you a lot. I think that's really what you need to do right now. Oh, I gotcha. I understand. Have you bound them? You can do a binding. There's also no karmic price for that. I wouldn't say demons, you know, and the reason is, like, I very much believe in source, which is like God energy to me. 32182. Hey, Andy, what's going on? But I don't believe in the devil. So I can't believe in demons. Now, having said that, let me tell you, I spent many years as a paranormal investigator and a psychic medium working with the dead. And I know there's dark energy. Don't get me wrong. There is darkness that people would call a demon. And I have been thrown down steps. I've been dragged out of bed in front of my husband, or, you know, my partners, and claw marks all over me. I had a name carved into me one time my best friend saw, and he was like horrified. Like, I've seen dark. I've seen it. I choose now to have stopped doing that work, and I don't go near that anymore. I can't. I just went through too much trauma to be exposed to things that feel so volatile or angry or violent. I can't even, I mean, I haven't even had TV since my dark night of the soul. Like, I can't handle it. I need peace. So I do believe in the darkness. And I do believe that sometimes a narcissistic person, or I should say a person with narcissistic like patterns of behavior, because I'm certainly not qualified to diagnose something like that. I do think that sometimes there are dark energies that send people and situations to us to dim our light or stop us from our light work that we were sent here to do. Because the darkness knows that once we finish ascension, it can't stay. It's all being eradicated now. It's getting super desperate. So it has been much more aggressive and provoking. You know, they've been coming after me for a few months now. Well, I mean, kind of my whole life. But it's okay. Like, I'm protected. I'm good. But yeah, I do think it is a thing. I think my ex that sparked my dark night of the soul was meant to do that. Meant to break my ego, meant to, you know, all the things, spark my second awakening and keep me from doing light work, because I actually didn't do any energy healing or psychic work the entire time we were dating. I didn't do it at all. Looking back on it now, it's shocking. I live for this. It's the air I breathe. I would die if I wasn't doing this. If I wasn't doing this in music, I would never make it. I can't tell you how to contact a dark power. Can't tell you that. You might be able to find somebody out there that does that kind of work, but I don't. Sorry. Oh, that's what you feel. The only thing I can tell you is you could, no, it's true. That is true, Charles. I mean, you have to work with the darkness too. We all have to look at our shadows. We have to go to the underworld. We do. You know, but I've been a medium since the day I was born, and I worked in death and on the other side a lot until I was 40, since I was 6. So Spirit just took me out of that work and told me it was time for me to work with the living. But Special One, the only thing I can say is, you know, I'm not that kind of witch. I'm like a healer, which is what witches really were back in the day. They were the midwives and the ones who knew how to use plants and things to heal people. I only work in the light. I only work with archangels and some deities. So I don't do that kind of magic, and I don't play around with darkness of any kind. I can't help you with that. But you could protect yourself. Call your angels, protect yourself. I encourage you to stay in the light, but it's totally up to you what you want to do from here. I can't help you. I really like dark chocolate too. In fact, I love dark chocolate. Love. Yeah, thanks, Charles. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Lisa. I feel your energy, and it's really bright and beautiful, and I'm really grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's very late where I am too. Very late where I am too. Oh my gosh, really? That's so crazy. Like 29 on this while we were on this live. Amazing. No, I understand. Special One, I understand. And I'm not judging you in any way. Everyone has their path. Everyone. I have very good friends who have ancient lines in like hoodoo and voodoo, and I love them and I respect them and I let them read me. You know, it's not a judgment. And they believe you work with the light and the dark energies. I just don't. That's just me. But I've been through a little bit too much to do that. You know. Yes, it is. I agree. I agree. Yeah. And I didn't mean it that way. I promise. I just meant I don't contact the dark energies. I want them to stay away. I just want to be in the light now. I just want peace. I just want peace. You know. No, I know that. Yeah, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean you'd mess with free will or anything like that. But like I said, the one thing you can do is a binding. You can bind that person from harming you or other people, and that doesn't hurt them and it doesn't hurt you. There's no karmic consequence for it. Okay. All right. Thanks, baby. Thank you guys so much for being here. And let me know like what you want to talk about, what you want to explore, if you want to do like spiritual laws or more about spiritual awakening and ascension. If you want to learn more about like astrology or crystal healing, energy healing, witchy things, I don't know. Whatever y'all want to know. let me know. I teach millions of workshops, and we can do whatever you guys want on here. All right, I do a spirit animal one we can do, like all kinds of things. And I keep meaning, clients keep asking me to show all the merch that I sell, like my crystals that are Reiki'd and all the things I make, like my candles and anointings, oils and stuff. And I literally brought them all upstairs from my basement to show them to you guys on this live tonight. And I left them in the next room. I didn't even bring them in here to show you. But we'll do that too. Promise. All right. Gratitude. So much gratitude for y'all. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Amazing. Thank you guys so much. I'm so grateful for you. And I hopefully will see you guys tomorrow. All right. I hope you liked this. And I'm going to be doing your sign by sign December readings too. So look out for those. All right. From Japan. Wow. Thank you. Good night, guys. Love and light to you. Okay. I love y'all tons. You're the best. Good night.